This is number 2. This is number 1.
Horrible night for lacrosse. We're at Wildcat Stadium with a steady rain, temperatures in the upper 40s, and there's a nice pretty steadily. So Scott, Fire Lake Lakers are in town. This is conference championship game.
I didn't grab any when I came in. I came in during the girls' game.
Spring weather in Minnesota feels like we've set our girls win this.
Girls won 21.
We've had some doozies this year, but this sounds like a good game last night. Going pretty hard. Well, the score looked like it was kind of
It was a close score.
This also Suburban Conference Championship came out. The schedules came out. Everybody kind of circled. This one's a tough.
So EP stud. EP stud going to USC. Like gets touched, jumps like that. Like could every single time all game long.
You guys can get those
One.
directly on playoffs, but nonetheless.
This is 2. This is 1. So perfect.
Test. Test, test, test. Test.
Check, check. Check, check.
Test. Test.
I'm going to make some tweaks here while going here.
How do I hear myself in the headphones?
You can.
Oh, there we go.
Are we good to go here? All right, Laker Nation. Thank you for joining in. Austin, Polson, McCannon. Sorry about the screen here. We're working through rain. The elements are real tonight, but we're going to get this game in. We're going to have a little mud bowl, playing on grass fields here at Eagan. Austin, Polson, McCannon here. PMAC in the booth with Ted Spirides. Thanks for joining me tonight.
Thanks for having me on. Beautiful night for lacrosse, pouring rain for the conference title. It doesn't get much better than this. Game started out with a face-off violation by Eagan, so Prior Lake starts with it on offense.
Elements are live. Elements are real. It's going to play a factor in tonight. There's no way it doesn't. Got the hiccups, sorry. Mr. Jung adding a scoreboard, adding the timer in for us. So we're getting better every week, and I love it. I love it. I love it. It's been fun going week to week. Sorry about the hiccups. Holy smokes. And Prior Lake getting our first possession here, and I'm going to work through these hiccups.
Yeah, turnover there by the Lakers. And it looks like Eagan has a one-man clear, tripped out of bounds. Sorry, it's hard to see through this window here.
The players are going to battle. We're going to battle.
Yep,
and
Prior Lake ball.
Prior Lake back on the attack.
Yeah, nice long possession by the Lakers, but just obviously elements are making it pretty sloppy out there, kind of getting a feel for that. Weren't able to get really a good look, but caused a turnover on the clear, and they're back on offense.
Looks like that was Connor Miller on the clear. Tough to tell, but we'll get you the names and numbers the best we can as we go here.
Looks like unforced turnover there. Eagan ball here in the corner, clearing.
And we got a long pole making a play.
And nice move.
Oh, long pole goal by the Wildcats. Yeah. Luke Blado going for that lunge. He went all in on that check. And a little spinorama for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that's a tough one for the Lakers. Obviously, you don't want to slide to a pole. You want to force them to take the shot, but obviously he ran that right down the middle there, and it's a tough play for Nowards to make. So I guess nice play by Eagan,
Yep.
holding it down on defense and then taking advantage of their opportunity in transition. I feel like we're going to maybe say that a lot. Seems to be the name of Eagan Lacrosse's game, just kind of taking advantage of those unsettled plays.
Yeah, looking at these two teams, I think we're going to have a collision of two very different game plans.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see plenty of that from Eagan. Rushing it, long pull, short stick. A lot of freestyle, a lot of free, a lot of free play, a lot of make it, take it lacrosse. And I think Prior Lake, they're going to come in with a game plan. They're going to try to play organized. They're going to try to get through their sets and get organized looks.
Yeah.
So two opposite game plans, at least historically. That's what we're going to expect going in this game.
Yeah, and I think the key for both teams is to not try to beat the other team at their style of play. I think history with Eagan is they've really committed to that style for years, and they are even better when a settled team tries to play that way.
Yes.
So we'll see how the Lakers respond here.
And Prior Lake getting a quick transition look.
Oh, nice move.
But again, that's not their game, so they're going to pull it out.
Yep. Good move there to the middle of the field. Shot and a goal.
That was a nice play. Just kind of beat their man. Not a heavy slide.
Yep.
And was that number 9?
Yeah, it looked like Ben Jung. Just saw some space, took it. No slide and good shot. Surprised there was no help there. Ben's been having a great season, and you would think that would be a guy they were going to key on and want to help, but nice play.
Yeah, he's been one of those players where we've seen teams do a lot of different things, try to face guard, try to slide quickly, try to take him out of the game. And Lakeville kind of threw a different look at Prior Lake, not sliding to some guys, sliding quickly to other guys. So it'll be interesting to see what Eagan does tonight.
Yeah, 1-1, still 8:57 left in the first quarter.
Not the official time. I'm having a little trouble keeping up here with all of this.
Sorry, the official time now, 8:57 left in the quarter. We're a little delayed on the scoreboard for the time, but score is right.
We'll do the best we can on the official time and keep that close. And Prior Lake,
battle here for
ground
ball.
Huge battle. Looks like Prior Lake's going to come out with it, and I can't even tell who that is.
Connor Miller with the ball. Looks like Prior Lake's subbing, so he's probably just going to settle it down here. Again, as we said before, this is definitely what Prior Lake wants to do, play a slow, controlled lacrosse game, make Eagan play a lot of defense, and limit their opportunities going up and down the field.
Joey Bernard with the clamp win there, getting a nice look.
Looks like a push. Loose ball push will be Prior Lake ball. Nice play. Ball spinning around. Good recovery by Eagan.
Looking to attack backside here. Doesn't attack it hard though.
Again, Prior Lake getting the ball around. Really hard to see the numbers. The rain is pouring on the window, so it's a little blurry. So we'll try to get guys as we know them.
We're staying dry just like you at home.
Really slick surface out there. I've seen a lot of guys flying around.
And a nice clear look by Eagan.
Nice pass.
And it looks like they're going to get their touch and generate a possession look on their own. Couple big shout-outs for some fans tonight. We got Becky Bickett. I know she's been listening. Big fan of the stream. Shout out to her. She put in many years to the PLAY program. And Michael Turnbull, former Detroit Mercy Titan. I just had some dinner with him. Big fan. He's hopping on the bandwagon of Prior Lake. I think he's tuning in. So shout out to Michael Turnbull and to everybody else everybody else that's tuning in and staying dry, tuning into the Lakers stream here.
Eagan actually slowing things down here, passing around, getting some looks, backed up the shot, but this is more of a settled offensive look against pretty stout Prior Lake defense. So we'll see who they want to initiate with. Number 13, Drew Wilson, is one of their big players, and he's definitely a guy that they want to have the ball in their stick. But great cause turnover there, and here comes that transition.
It looks like Brian Kahlberg to Baczynski, and that's two players that have been big keys. Brian Kahlberg on the defensive side, Baczynski on the offensive side. Baczynski scoring a bunch of goals right from the spot that he just scored, and Kahlberg causing turnovers and making transition.
Yeah, I mean, two seniors played a lot of minutes, and you rely on those guys in big games to make plays. And, that was a situation, although Prior Lake likes to run the settled game, a clear 4-on-3, and that's definitely a transition opportunity you want to take. And, nice finish by Riley.
You guys see the clock running on the screen? It's because I'm catching up.
Got it.
Eagan wins the face-off on the ground ball. They've seemed to have numbers on every ground ball on the face-off.
It's been a battle all night, both ways. I think we're about 50-50 so far early in this game.
And I saw Eagan play really early in the year, maybe the second week of the season, and that's something I noticed is they don't necessarily have a face-off guy that is dominant, but they really work hard together to. And there's a nice shot, early offense, great goal. But they really work hard to win those faceoffs as a team. But Prior Lake got the ball back in transition and took advantage of that.
A little face-off by committee.
Yeah. Well, I think they have a face-off guy.
Yeah.
But he's not one of those clamp and go, winning every draw by himself. They really focus on their wing play.
Okay.
And I would think Joey would have an advantage here, at least against his face-off counterpart. But it's their poles are great, and their wing midfielders are great. And they really buy into a team system on that face-off. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Prior Lake on that goal. It looks like they're maybe taking a play out of Egan's playbook, going hard to the cage early. They've been pushing transition on these last two goals, so looks like they're not going to depend on 6-on-6.
That was Keaton Souter on the goal, so nice to get him involved early here and contributing.
That's a shot Prior Lake does not want to take and does not want to see happen. And an uncharacteristic shot by Joey. He's usually
a pretty smart player.
Yeah.
And they gave him a lot of space. Part of that though, the attackman got to recognize.
Yes.
And
need
see,
backup.
and see that he's winding up to shoot and just sprint to the end line, try to back that up.
Eagan now on the attack. And I think they're looking forward to having a possession on offense as they've taken a couple punches and maybe lost some momentum. They're looking to regain the momentum on this possession.
That's a great double.
That's
there.
a great blind double. Is that Tushy? Wow, Tushy that's Kahlberg, sorry, number 17. Just laying lumber all over the field.
There's a shot by the long stick. Oh, nice save by the goalie. And this is where Eagan makes their living.
Yep.
Forcing to take those shots. Now they're going to be into transition here.
And that's exactly what they want.
Yep. And that's nice shot. I mean, tough play. I mean, you can't not take that shot as a long pole. I mean, he was 10 yards. And it was a good save by the goalie, but that's definitely the style of play that Eagan wants to get into. I don't even know if they practice 6-on-6 at their practices, to be honest with you. I think they just run transition the whole time.
And that's a shot and that's a look that if you make it good and you're not going to hear anything about it, but if you miss it and they come back down, Sorry for the hiccups. But if they come back down and hit that, you're going to get your earful.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I it wasn't a bad shot. I don't want to take anything away from the goalie. That was a nice save.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, make sure if you're Prior Lake, when you're taking those shots and transitions that you're getting back and making sure that you're not giving offensive opportunities to Eagan.
And we're playing on grass. We've played on grass a few times this year. I think you weren't up there in the Rosemount game, but you were at that game. So
Yep.
Rosemount, that was a grass game. Prior Lake used to have grass.
Eastview, did you play at Eastview?
Eastview is at home, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, not too many teams play grass fields anymore. These south suburbs, I think District 196 it is, kind of commit to just having grass fields. So it's kind of a rite of passage for them now. It's kind of their home field advantage. Luke Blado going to the goal. Good save again by the goalie for Eagan. So sloppy out there for sure.
Luke with the matchup he liked. He was on a short stick, and he definitely has green lights against the short stick.
Yeah, we've seen Prior Lake dodge a lot from the wings. The last two games that I've seen, dodging from the wings, trying to get underneath their defender, and then we call that an S dodge, kind of go down underneath your defender and then come back upfield for a shooting angle. And that was a nice move. Another nice save by the goalie. They kind of like that dodging matchup, and it seems to the two teams that I've seen them do it against, from the defensive standpoint, have had a hard time figuring out who should be sliding, how to play that from the wing. So they've certainly liked that look.
And
here
then
it comes again. That was pretty good D.
Luke Blado getting looks on this possession. Another look off of that previous look was kind of sweep dodge with that fade. They like that one a lot, and they got another look there.
Yep. And they're gonna go from the wing again. They got a short stick matchup here. Nice move.
Looks like Jewel.
Yeah. Eagan not giving up a ton on the crease, but nice play there. Nice individual effort, pulling it out and then re-dodging right away, kind of catching their defense off guard.
Yeah, I think that was Ben Jung again. We've said his name a couple times now, and another senior leader that has contributed a ton on offense. I need like a spoonful of sugar, or someone to scare me. Someone to jump in the booth.
It's those the big spread that they cater in for the guys in the press box.
Oh yeah, the spread's just too good up here, and I ate a little too quickly, and it's just it caught me off guard.
Yeah, this is a big time job here, so it's you gotta take advantage of the perks though.
Yeah. We don't just stay dry. We eat well.
Loose ball push there. Yep. Little loose ball push. Prior Lake ball. Nice job by Prior Lake, getting in the mix on the face-offs and not letting Eagan kind of dominate those ground balls. They just kind of equalize that.
Yep.
So good adjustment by them.
I think we've seen a mix of double pull, and we've seen Connor Miller on the wings too. So, not just mixing it up.
Will Gilbert here now with the ball. Looks like he may want to dodge here against a short stick.
Maybe a bounce shot.
Sweep to the middle. Committed to his dodge, but good defense by Eagan.
Just getting bench presses and
maybe forced a shot a little bit there, but great ground ball by. Oh, and just lost it. I think that was a product of the weather. Just kind of popped out of the stick.
And now an Eagan pull, looking to make transition.
Yeah, Eagan really hasn't seen much success in the half field set, winning any matchups. Both their goals have come off transition opportunities, so Prior Lake's going to be comfortable here, settling back in their D, but got to make smart decisions with a minute left in the quarter here.
Yeah, they got great 6-on-6 D. They've got great pulls, and as we were saying, we have short sticks who can win their matchups. But
Yeah.
that was a good take by Eagan going down the alley.
Yeah, guess I was the kiss of death there. For
Yeah, a little
Prior
bit.
Lake
Yeah,
on
you-
the
you-
6-on-6. That was a nice dodge down the alley. And again, the shots that Eagan has taken have been really well placed, high percentage shots. I mean, there's just really nothing you can do. Those are the shots that we want him to take. But
That was a kind
a
of
good
an off-stick bouncer. You
Yeah.
know, that was a good take by them, and
Yeah.
it's a tough save for the goalie to make.
Yeah, I was watching Eagan warm up. They were doing shooting drills, and they look like they can shoot. I mean, they certainly put a lot of practice time in because they were hitting corners. They were really committed to their shooting. So it's important to get on hands and be on hips to make sure that they don't get those comfortable shots. They want to be off balance, low angle.
Contested.
And here's another face-off win on a violation or a push.
I
And
think Joey might have jumped early. So Eagan back on 6-on-6.
we've got 30 seconds left in the quarter, and Eagan throws it away. So now Prior Lake with an opportunity to clear and hopefully get a good look at the end of the quarter here.
Love to end the quarter, up 2.
The Eagan ride, they'll be aggressive. They've kind of always had that style, and they play a lot. They play fast. They play in transition. But
And
they
that
like to
aggressiveness
be
might give
aggressive.
us something.
Yep. 8 seconds left. See what they do here. Maybe try to force a pass. Got knocked down.
Yep, and that should be it.
Surprising 4-3 quarter in the rain. Maybe it favors the offense a little bit because the D doesn't have their footing and it's a little slick.
Yeah.
But
I
good game
thought of
both
what
ways.
I think you predicted a 3-4 game for the score for the game.
Yeah.
Jokingly, I know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you would have thought that the offense would have been slowed down, not the defense.
Yeah. So unless this score holds up for 3 more quarters, I probably won't. I won't be correct. But
Yeah, and I didn't put a guess in, so I'll be wrong either way. But there are a lot of transition looks, and maybe that is the product of the weather. People messing up on offense and people pushing it off of that because of the weather, possibly. I don't know.
it was really tough to see either team and what they're trying to do. I think it really felt like individual players were just making plays in that quarter and just taking advantage of winning their matchup off the dodge, transition opportunities. There wasn't really much to see as far as what teams were trying to settle into, at least from my perspective.
Yeah,
So
I would agree.
probably a lot of nerves and excitement for this game going into it, and so maybe both teams will settle in here and even defensively and try to make some adjustments.
Yeah, this is a game at the end of the year. Conference titles on the line. I don't know how much teams care or don't care about it, but you go into this game and you want to win. So
Yeah.
they're going to care about it. I think a lot of eyes late in the year. This is a bigger matchup. 2 top 10 teams. So I think nerves definitely have a place in this game, and this is a historic rivalry.
Yeah.
2 towns that are close to each other. I remember my senior year we went to double overtime in the section semis. So these 2 programs have a ton of history.
Yeah, 2 programs that have been great for years and no longer in the same section, but South Suburban Conference is one of the top conferences, if not the top conference in the state. And, if you win that, even though it doesn't really guarantee you anything, everybody makes the postseason. But it is a good litmus test on how your team did that year. If you're winning that conference,
Yes,
you're a top team in the state.
Absolutely.
So,
if you win the conference, that's like that's a good. It's not the ultimate goal, but it's something you can say, hey, you can tip your cap to it. Oh, you won the conference, so, good for you. And this is getting sloppy here.
Yeah.
It's Prior Lake turning the ball over. Now Eagan getting sloppy on their clear, and but now they
transition look.
Yeah.
And Egan's gonna push that great save by Colin Nauertz there, bailing out the defense. Great little skip pass in the backside, and that was just a one-on-one, and Colin got the best of him there.
Yeah, the defense, they owe him dinner now.
At least a Gatorade.
Minimum. I know they're on a high school budget, but take them to Applebee's or something. Jeez. But yeah, thank you to Colin for bailing us out, and Eagan back on the O.
Yeah, it looks like Egan's gonna settle it down. We'll see who they want going to the goal. Drew Wilson getting double, triple teamed here and loses the ball. He's definitely their go-to guy, so you want to make sure you have multiple bodies aware of where he is on the field. And sloppy play again and turnover.
Yeah, it's been the story of this early start to the second quarter. Eagan with another look. I know you've said Drew Wilson's name. I know you're a Lax rat. Do you know anything about the kid? Is he a senior? Or?
Yeah, he was. He's a senior.
Okay.
I think he started last year for them. He trained at 36.
Okay.
So I know him, through that. Great kid, hard worker. I saw a game earlier this year. Like I said, I think he had 6 goals.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, when he has time and space, it's usually going on the back of the net. It's. Yeah, I mean, he's one of their top guys. I believe was committed to play at Merrimack,
okay,
which is a Division II school, but recommitted or decommitted, whatever you want to call it, and then now is going to go to Long Island University Post, LIU Post.
They're going D1.
Which is because they decided to move up to D1, so maybe had an opportunity to.
And are they got a sweet new, they did a whole rebrand. Are they the Sharks?
I don't know.
I was reading up on that in the last week, just looking at Lax stuff. I think they're the Sharks or something.
Yeah.
They got a cool new rebrand.
Yeah, so opportunity for him to play at the Division I level.
Nice,
I'm sure he had some opportunities and some offers, but that's just how it goes. Sometimes it's late in the game and you find a fit, and hopefully he has a good college career too. It'll be fun to follow. But he's definitely their go-to guy offensively. But they got a lot of pieces. Egan's a big program, big youth program. So I don't know all the players, but they certainly reload every year. They have the athletes and the talent to continue to be a top program in the state.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still this way, but I know when I was in high school, it was a bunch of hockey guys, so I saw them all winter, and then spring rolled around, and I saw them all spring, and the rivalry just kind of continued through season to season, and it was always fun playing Egan. You never liked each other, but you respected each other because.
It was going to be a battle.
Oh, it was going to be a battle, for sure. So, and that's what we're seeing early in this game so far. Another battle between the Wildcats and the Lakers.
Looks like Prior Lake now settling in on offense. Not sure what the call was there, but they got the ball back.
Nice.
Oh, nice shot there. Just rolled off the pressure on defense, and again, no help. Really late to slide, and a little jump shot for a goal.
I'm going to be honest, I can't see the number from here. That was Ben. Okay, that was Ben Jung again. We've said his name now a few times. So he drew that slide, but they didn't. I think they had a little eye connection. They didn't go once they kind of met eyes, and then Ben kind of re-dodged down the alley and had a nice look. So I think that was his third goal of the game, and hat trick goes to him.
Yeah, that was a nice shot, and hopefully they can keep giving him looks because he seems to be dialed in. His shot seems to be dialed in today.
Yeah, definitely he's finishing his looks tonight, and. If I'm the Egan offense, I would definitely have sent that slide, sent the double, and caused a little more havoc. I think they could have. Almost looked like a free double, but good play by Ben. No, Egan setting up their 6-on-6 offense. You never know what they're going to do. They play a street ball type offense, and they're always moving, and it never seems like they're in the same position.
Yeah, and it's tough to game plan against them just because it just kind of seems like they just kind of are out there playing, and it's, hey, if I win my matchup and find the open guy, there isn't a lot of set plays or set looks or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just they just play to play, and that they've completely committed to that. So it's tough to play against a team like that.
And when it works, it works.
Yeah,
We've seen it. We've seen them win championships with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it can really come back to kind of be it can kind of be a downfall of their style, but when they're on, one of the hardest teams probably to play against because of that.
And again, they're attacking this close alley, attacking short sticks.
Yeah, it's so slick out there. I mean, any guy that's trying to change direction is sliding 2 feet with cleats on. But good outlet and good look here for the Lakers. Smart decision to just pull it out.
They didn't have anything
offense.
easy there. So yeah, good play by Luke Blato, just going behind the net. I think he's got a long pole, so he didn't get to get a shorty back there, but now they get through their subs and they've found success playing 6-on-6. So good on them, being smart. And that's more of their game. We've talked about if I think the team that sticks to their game plan and who can win with their game plan will win tonight. Prior like getting to 6-on-6 instead of getting into the Eagan game plan of all right, we got transition, we're gonna force it. That's
exactly.
not their game plan.
Good little pass there and a shot. Nice little play.
I think that was Blato to Whittier.
Yeah, that looked like a set play off the end line. What we mean by that, I guess, is ball goes out of bounds on a shot and it's backed up. A lot of times teams will have set looks or set things that they're going to do right away before the defense gets completely settled. And it looked like whoever had it behind Blato pushed to his left, and there was a little pick up top and just popped over the top, catch and shoot. So that was a nice look and a nice call, whether that came from the sideline or if a lot of times the offense will just know to do it every time there's a shot. But nice settled look there.
Yeah, and I know we're battling, this window and rain, so
we'll try to call guys out for their goals and assists when we see it.
Doing the best we can, and hopefully you guys can see at least most of it. But yeah, pretty play by Blato to Whittier, and now looks like we got whistles. So
some sort of violation on the face-off there. Must have been a loose ball push or hold or something, because right when Eagan picked it up, then they blew the whistle. So
Prior Lake gets their touch, and we're going to be back on offense.
Prior Lake taking the ball behind the cage now. Again, trying to isolate against those short sticks. Looks like everything, though, is coming from the wing or the behind tonight.
I like this
another
look.
Another good play. Slide came a lot earlier that time, so
Yes.
that's an adjustment Eagan has made. Saved by the goalie, and now Eagan's clearing.
Yeah, we did a big little, and they held their matchup, so we had a good ISO look on the wing there. Weren't able to capitalize. And Egan's just going to go to the cage here. And again, that's what they do. They try to force that transition, and luckily, because of their grass, it didn't roll out of bounds. So they're right back, and here's another look.
Yeah.
Nice save.
Yeah, standing tall in cage again, Colin Nauertz. That's a save he's going to have every time. That was like a 15, 16-yard shot, high to high. Unfortunately, just must, popped out of his stick. He usually controls those rebounds, so tough bounce, but great save. That might be Prior Lake's ball.
Yes, and it is great.
Yep.
Nauertz, making, maybe there's saves that he should make, but nonetheless he's making them, and great backup there by Colin Nauertz.
Yep.
So really like how he's looking in this game, and now he's on the clear, and here we go.
Easy clear there to Connor Miller.
And Miller trying to run transition, but
Yeah, I don't like that look, mainly just because there wasn't a clear advantage. And, again, we've seen Prior Lake just get into their settled offense and have success. So, it as a player, it looks like
great.
Like the sea is parting and you got all this space, but it just takes a little discipline. And Connor's, he usually makes the right play, but
Yeah.
he must have he got a little antsy. He wants to make that big goal, make that big pass. But again, Prior Lake committing to their ride and making it really hard for Eagan to clear. And we might have a timeout.
Yeah, I think we
timeout
forced a
Eagan.
timeout. So I think one thing there, run that transition, forcing that look. One thing that might have affected is the rain. We see in their pockets and things, they might be bagging out, and that can affect the pass or even the catch. And so I maybe in a sunny 80-degree weather, maybe that's a connection, but maybe with bag sticks and things in the rain and the elements, just that 1 inch can make a difference.
Yeah, and I'm looking down at the field, and the crease is just a big mud puddle. So the goalies are not only are they playing in the rain, I mean they have no traction whatsoever. So just the fact that both goalies have made 4 or 5 saves each is super impressive, just because they're playing basically in a big puddle. Probably can't be any traction in there.
Yeah, and it looks like it's spreading quickly to outside of just the crease, and let's pay attention. Let's try to track, how wide that gets. Maybe we'll get to the box line by the end of the game.
And when this field dries, it's just going to be dust everywhere.
And
good amount of fans at the game though too. A lot of umbrellas.
Bunch of umbrellas.
That's commitment. You only get to see your kids play once, so they're committed to being here at big game.
And I believe this is Egan's senior night. So Egan's a little extra motivation, a little extra bump for them. I'm sure that maybe there's a couple extra siblings or grandparents or uncles in the stands. So that's cool for them, and add to the night. We got a bunch of rain.
Yeah, and Egan comes out of the timeout. Didn't look like they were running anything specific. Maybe just got the matchup they wanted. Prior Lake's got nice play. That was just a back cut and a catch and finish. I mean, I don't even think the Dodger didn't even beat his man, but Eagan is great at that off-ball cutting and tough catch in traffic and a finish. So
he didn't take a lot of pressure to catch that ball. If a guy's catching the ball that close to the net, you gotta make him feel it.
Yeah.
So
in a game like this too, especially with the mud, nobody should have a clean white jersey or gray jersey. It should be, you definitely should have to pay the price to score that. And Egan's going to keep doing that stuff the whole game. So hopefully they talk through that and fix it.
That was a nice clamp, a little pinch and pop by the Eagan face-off guys. So good face-off win by them. And now Eagan, again, they're starting to get their kind of momentum as they're coming off a goal, and now they got another possession. So, Prior Lake, this would be a huge stop for them if we can, force a turnover.
And this is one of those games where possessions are going to be big. Both teams have enough talent to score, and both teams have good athletes on defense. So it's just going to be who has the ball more and makes those smart decisions and doesn't give possessions away.
And here's Prior Lake with a very smart clear.
Yeah, really nice clear.
And we're going to get our touch, and again, green grass, but we smartly pull it out, and we're going to enjoy the ball here. Let's hang out. Let's chill. Let's get through our subs. And I know the elements aren't great, but let's try to take care of this ball.
Nice play. Might have a step here. Doesn't want it.
Nice.
Here's that sweep and fade that you've talked about.
And we got no backup though.
Yeah. Yep.
It was a great play up top by Blado to Jung, but our attackmen are sleeping. So that's I'm trying not to get too mad on this stream, but that's frustrating.
Yeah.
That's frustrating.
And what happened there? Riley was the one pushing the ball upfield. So he vacated that backside area. So someone's got to leak off and go behind to be a backup. But sometimes you're watching the play, you're trying to get open, and you forget about the backup. Oh, nice save.
Calling
There's
hours.
again Eagan just pushing numbers when they have it, and again Colin bailing out his defense, and Eagan will settle off the rebound.
We knew this going in. Egan's, if they get the ball across the midline, green light is immediately turned on.
Yep.
They could be subbing. It could be a 5-on-6, but
Yep.
if there's something backdoor, they're gonna push and try to get it. But
And this is not the guy you want with the ball shooting. But good recovery by Prior Lake. He had a guy in his face right away, so kind of shot off his back foot. But they got to be aware. 13, he's going to fade up the hash here. There's no hashes on this field, but where a football hash mark would be, and he likes to get that right-handed time and room shot. So they should be quick to go to him.
and now Egan with no backup.
Yeah. Teams might be getting a little antsy here, forgetting about their responsibilities. But, again, we talked about possessions and giving possessions away. I mean, that's just a mental error.
Yep.
Both teams have had a couple.
And, the elements aren't going to help keep them focused. If anything, the rain has picked up now in the last 30 seconds. It's starting to get windier. It's starting to get rainier. And that's just going to make up for more. We got umbrellas ready to fly. It's the last 30 seconds things have actually picked up weather-wise. So this is fun to watch. I'm glad I'm in the booth and not out there.
Yeah.
But for the people involved in this game, you just gotta embrace it. You gotta love it. And Luke Blado going hard to the cage. There's gonna be a crease call, and Egan on the clear. He had a nice little look, but it just didn't generate anything great out of it.
Yeah, and again, sloppy clear, and another ground ball situation.
And one thing to note, it hasn't looked like Nauertz is out of the cage in the clear. It looks like we're just kind of in a normal ride tonight. We're not really in the 10-man. I guess I haven't watched every single clear closely, but I haven't noticed that.
Yeah, and I don't think Egan's the team you want to be even running that against.
Probably
just
not.
because of their ability just to press and with the athletes that they have, that they beat one guy or giving them more transition that they already are looking for.
Yes.
So maybe a coaching decision there by Prior Lake to just say, you know what, we'll just sit back, make sure we're not going to get beat over the top, and we'll see where this game unfolds. They might need that 10-man later in the game.
Another parent that's tuned in is the Gratz family. I think Chris Gratz, shout out to you. Glad you're tuning in, staying dry. Don't blame ya. So hope you're wrapped up, drinking some hot cocoa tonight, or maybe something a little better. I don't know. But hope you're enjoying the game. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I've lost my hiccups, so it's been a better second quarter for me, and it's fun staying dry. Rain's picking up. I can hear it a little more, and it's been a good game so far. 6-4, Prior Lake, and
18 seconds left in the half here. So Prior Lake's gonna have to.
Are we gonna see another pick play? We saw a nice pick play off one of the last goals.
So have they cleared? I thought they hadn't cleared. Oh, they did get it over the midline. So they're going to have 18 seconds to get something set up. We'll see what happens. Looks like Egan's locking everybody off. But found space in the middle. Yeah, that's a tough play.
Still got time.
Yep.
If we get this GB quick. And that's going to do it.
6-4 half. Prior Lake leads. And we'll be back.
Jewell. Mr. Jewell, how are you doing tonight?
Good.
You staying dry out there?
No.
You've spent more time out of the booth, tonight than I have. How weatherman meet tonight. What's it like out there?
It's raining. It's windy, and it hasn't stopped raining. So that's pretty much my meteorologist report right now.
Just continuous wet drops everywhere.
Yeah, it's called precipitation at times. It's not fun to be in if you're not clothed. I don't even know what the right way.
Yeah,
wearing a nice coat.
yeah.
I don't know what the right word is.
I've seen some umbrellas, get folded up the wrong way. I've seen some minor chaos out there. I'm not gonna lie.
You see this umbrella right there that covers the whole body down there?
Oh yeah.
That's the ideal umbrella. You don't want this one right here. That's the one that could flip up.
Yeah.
So you could talk to them about that.
How about this orange one right here? This is the one that I've seen problems. It looks cheap. It looks like a Walmart.
That's a cheap
deal.
umbrella. I can tell just by looking at it.
Yeah, it's a joke, right?
Yeah.
Any brands you recommend, umbrella? No free ads here, but any brands of umbrellas? I don't know how deep in the umbrella game you are, but
I'm sure if Nike made an umbrella, that'd be a top
you're
one.
a big. Well, it sounds like by looking at you,
I'm
big
sponsored.
Nike guy.
I'm sponsored. We might want to turn the camera around there.
Oh shoot! Yeah, well, we got a lacrosse game here. Mr. Jewell, nice to see you, but you're not a professional, so get out of my booth. We're going to get Ted back in here. Nice talking to you. Your brother hasn't done much tonight, so hopefully he turns his game around. I'm just kidding. Laker Nation, welcome back. Second quarter. Sorry for that interview. It didn't go as well as planned, but the ceiling's only
There's
so
a
high
shot and a goal.
when we get Charlie in the booth.
Yeah, quick start for Prior Lake. Another one of those wing dodges underneath. Riley Baczynski catch her dodge, no slide finish. So that's the start that you want if you're Prior Lake.
I'm going to be honest. I was busy looking and chirping Charlie. So, break down that play. Who was the assist from? What happened?
I did not. I don't think there was an assist. I think
Okay.
it just went out to Riley, and he just did that wing dodge from the left side, got underneath his man. He's a big kid and certainly strong kid. Will just beat his guy and just got underneath and finished. So
Let me guess. Lefty face dodge?
lefty face dodge underneath. Yeah.
Don't even need to see the play.
Yeah.
I could have guessed. He's a big lefty face dodge guy.
Yep. Yeah. Really nice play, and good individual effort there.
And another gritty face-off. This one goes to Eagan.
Yep.
And they're going to get their touch. And
looks like pressure there, but he got out of it. And now Eagan will settle.
I know you went out there. How are the elements out there? You came back soaking wet. Thanks for the water.
Yeah.
Our lungs need it.
Yep, I had about a 100-yard walk, maybe less, maybe a 50-yard walk from here to the concession stand.
You had to go up and down, so you were feeling different levels of the air. Different.
And a good skip pass, and a goal for Eagan.
Son of a gun.
Another one of those plays. Did they wave it off? No, they didn't. I thought the ref maybe waved it off, but there was a ground ball. Eagan picked it up, threw it across the field for a wide open shot. So another one of those unsettled plays that they took advantage of, and they both teams just trading punches here.
That's going to put us at 7-5. Still Prior Lake advantage. Prior Lake has gotten up, maybe 3, maybe 4. But it seems like Eagan then tries, they turn on the momentum. So, hopefully Prior Lake can answer back quickly and not get this, let this game get too close.
And as you can see, they're moving the face off in front and behind the X that's no longer there, just so that they don't have to do it in mud. So that's what you're seeing there. And they'll just alternate on each side of the line, so there's no clear advantage for any team.
And these face-off battles have been really going 50-50, it seems like.
It's really been every other, it seems like.
Which has been huge for Prior Lake. Eagan, if they kind of get the momentum going with their transition looks and transition play, they could really fall behind quickly. So I think the face-offs, winning 50% of them, about every other, has helped mitigate that.
And here's Luke Blado from the wing. They seem to keep setting that up. They were doing it from the right side in the first half, and now they look like to be going from the left. Is this Jewel, 24?
Yeah, Jules 24. His brother still in the booth, trying to stay dry. I made him do at least an interview if he
Nice
wants
play,
to stay up
nice
here the rest of
shot.
the night.
Great little move there, little right to left split, right through the middle, and again, really slow to go help, and easy shot and a goal.
And did we see who buried that? Ben. Ben Jung with his fourth. I'm hearing murmurs that his grandpa challenged him. We won't get into details there, but just a challenge from his grandpa, and it looks like he's answering the bell tonight.
Yeah.
So good for Ben.
That's all it takes.
I don't know if Ben took that as a knock to his manhood or not, but again, Ben answering the bell tonight with his fourth.
And every goal for him seems to be the same. Just beats his man, gets to the middle of the field, and takes a nice shot. And really, they aren't helping. Not sure, again, if that's a game plan thing or if it's just slow to go or whatever, but they might want to start helping the on-ball defender. Really sloppy face-off here, but Prior Lake comes up with it.
And we've seen we've seen different teams play it differently, and it seems like as of recently, Lakeville really slow to go at most of the game against them, and it almost seems like Egan's has the same game plan. So I don't know if other teams are seeing something that maybe we wouldn't agree with, or maybe we wouldn't plan for, but I don't know.
Generally, I guess the thought process is slow to go, let your defenders win their matchups, or maybe force don't let the ball carrier just throw it to someone easy in the middle for a goal. But when these shooters are beating their man and getting right to the middle of the middle of the field for a great shot, and it's 6-7 times in a game, might be time to make an adjustment. But for Prior Lake's sake, they haven't done that yet, and again, the defense causing a great turnover. And we're in transition here. Looks like a pass into the crease that just got knocked away, but tough ground ball.
Yeah, good luck finding that in
Now
that mud pile.
Eagan goalie has come up with it. And here they go to clear, but looks like they missed the ground ball and regain possession here. And now clear for Eagan.
We saw Kahlberg. He was kind of the lead of that transition play. We've seen him make plays, causing turnovers, and being a lead on some of these transition looks. So another one from Kahlberg, and he's not afraid. He's got a great stick.
It's a moving pick.
He's got a great stick, and he's not afraid to make plays like that.
Yeah, moving pick there on Eagan, or just off-ball interference. It's not like football. Can't be moving and block out somebody trying to play the ball. But good turnover by Eagan on their ride, and now they are back on offense, pass to the backside, and a goal.
And that's going to bring us back to a 2-0 game.
Again, the name of the game for Eagan is just create those unsettled situations and capitalize. So it's Prior Lake really has had the ball for most of the game, but Egan's had 5 of their 6 have just been off turnovers.
And if we would have guessed on how this game would have gone, Prior Lake would have slowed it down and went through their settled offense, and Egan would score in transition.
Yeah.
And so far that's how it's
going.
going.
Is playing out just like we thought.
Yep. Both teams sticking to their game plan for the most part. I think Prior Lake has forced a few possessions quickly and maybe forced a couple transition looks, maybe not how they wanted, but I can't knock them for it because it looked like it was there most of the time.
Yeah.
And Eagan again getting a ton of transition looks and struggling 6v6D because I think Prior Lake, their 6v6 defense is so good.
Yeah, and now Eagan has won a couple face-offs in a row here, getting into their clear. So they went backwards, and then they got to clear and beat the Prior Lake ride. Looks like they're locking and forcing the goalie maybe to try to make a pass. And
again, their clears haven't looked clean tonight for the most part. And here's another one that kind of fell into Prior Lake's lap.
Prior Lake looked to lock off everybody except for the goalie, and you could tell the goalie panicked a little bit there, maybe threw a bad pass. So, despite the face-off loss, Prior Lake is now back on offense.
I don't think they've gotten their touch yet. There we do now.
Yeah, it's pretty sloppy out there, and it just seems like no matter where you are in the field, you're slipping. The sticks are bagging out. So this is one of those games. It's going to come down to just you got to block that stuff out. Both teams are playing in it, and you just got to find a way to make plays and not make excuses. So, but it's certainly starting to affect the skill level, and you wouldn't normally think of a game between these two teams to be this sloppy.
Yeah, I don't think in 80-degree weather it wouldn't be this sloppy. The clears would be much crisper, I think, and I don't think we'd see as many turnovers in the corners as we've seen tonight.
Yeah.
I just think that's because of the elements and the people trying to cut on wet grass. It's not really a recipe for success.
Yeah. Shot there by Eagan, high and wide, but backed up. So watch for some end line action here. See what they do. It doesn't look like they're anything specific.
I haven't seen a ton of two-man pick play, especially off of end line. They run definitely different sets, and that's another difference between Prior Lake and Eagan.
Yeah. Eagan working it around, trying to find a matchup they like. Seem to be very midfield oriented when it comes to who's initiating offense, and they threw the ball away. So again, Prior Lake just fundamentally holding sound defense, and Eagan just turned the ball over.
I think forcing a lot of passes in these elements.
Yeah, it's probably smart strategy.
Yeah, I think some of those passes that look like that's a gimme. It might not always be a gimme tonight.
Yeah. Looks like Prior Lake has some numbers here. See what they want to do. Baczynski, good decision there. Pull it out and play settled offense. Again, time's on your side here, so just enjoying the ball and don't try to do something that isn't great. A great look, just find the best look you can. That was a great, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What kind of pass was that?
That was it looked like a Ben Jung lever pass across the middle. So we've seen that for the last 4 years.
I just got knocks from Charlie Jewell. I've never felt so liberated in my life. Sorry to cut you off, but blood is flowing through me right now after that knocks.
Yeah. That was a great pass. I mean, that was the degree of difficulty to put that one right on the stick across the middle of the field like that. And I don't know who scored, but that was a great catch and shot right to the corner. So you get the beautiful splash off the netting in these games.
Oh yeah, I was still stuck on the pass. I didn't really even see the rest of the play because that I didn't know if that was a BTB or a lever. Like I can barely see out there, and I was just like, wow, that was great. So yeah.
Funny how that works. Nobody can make a 10-yard uncontested overhand pass, but we got guys throwing skip passes through the middle of the field, right on the money. So that was a nice play. Again, good individual effort. I'm trying to listen to see who scored that. I couldn't see on that side of the field. Blado? Whittier.
Okay,
Whittier.
Number 25,
Yeah, that was a
Nathan
great
Whittier. That's at least his second tonight.
Yeah.
Whittier, again, I can't say enough good things about the kid. He's had a heck of a senior year, and he's really put in the time. And he played at every single level, 9-10, U14, 9-10, JV, and now contributing as a senior and putting up a bunch of points, bunch of goals, and in big time moments, just like today.
Yeah. You see the couple games that I've seen. He's always been contributing and making his presence felt. That was certainly a great shot. And again, Prior Lake just sort of sitting back, and Eagan throwing a bad pass, and now winning a ground ball battle for Prior Lake, and here we go back on offense.
Looked like a high check, maybe a cross check high, but I have not seen any flags. Haven't really seen too many flags. I think the
Yeah.
refs want to keep the clock moving as much as possible.
Yeah, the rain is absolutely coming down in sheets now.
Yeah. They want to let the boys play.
This,
But I wouldn't call it a dirty game. You know,
No,
that
no,
was
it's
just
very-
I'm nitpicking that play, but
yeah, very clean game.
Yeah, it's been clean.
You know, I don't know if I've ever seen a high school game in Minnesota played in this heavy of rain. I think we're getting late in the year, and it's just got to get the games in. Because there's no other time to reschedule. But
Right.
it looks like they're on skates right now.
Yeah.
Guys are sliding around. The ball's been on the ground for at least 2 minutes, and looks like they maybe called a push there. That was from the front. Was a little overly aggressive, but we'll see. Now Blado, after taking that hit, is going to the cage and takes a hit. I'm surprised they didn't call a crease violation there.
Yeah, I think they might have. But I think Eagan secured it. So.
Yeah, and now here we go. Eagan back the other way, but good hustle. Little toe pull there, but good defense. Yeah, that's really solid defense by Prior Lake, getting back in transition, and limiting. You know, that there was a shot, but it wasn't a great shot. He had guys on his hands, so. Yeah, here we go. Back on defense. Ooh. Big hit there. Surprised they didn't call anything. They just called a big hit on the other side of the field. So we'll see. But here we go. Prior Lake clearing again.
It seems
a lot
like
of turnovers.
A lot of turnovers. I think tensions are starting to get a little higher.
Yep.
It's still a close game, but getting later. You know, and both teams know what's on the line. So
Yeah.
hiccups are coming back. It's been a battle all night.
Yeah, it looks like a timeout here for Prior Lake. In that clear, took it over the midline, and it was tough for anybody to get open, so they just had to call the timeout, save the possession.
Yeah, I think
minute 6 left in the third here, and 3-goal lead. So you don't want to give Eagan an opportunity to get one here, keep it that 2-goal game. You certainly want to hold the ball for the last shot here.
Yeah, I think that's a great timeout. I think that was a needed timeout. It was kind of getting hectic back and forth. Some push calls. Both could have gone both ways or was going both ways, and you saw in the last possession on offense, somebody dropped the ball, still thought they had it, and it was 5 yards behind them. They're like, "Oh, I don't have the ball anymore." So
Yeah.
I think the rain, I think the elements, it's making this thing interesting. I'm seeing puddles build up on the field. I think the crease is it looks to be larger than it actually is. So
Yeah.
it's got to be fun out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty gross. The kids are probably having a great time, but it's funny watching 2 elite programs look like U12s out there. Balls flying around, can't pick up a ground ball. There's big scrums. Easy plays have become hard plays. So like we said, it just comes down to try to block that out mentally and just take the extra second to make sure your pass is there, and just playing hard. I mean, you're already out here playing, so
Yeah, you just got to own it. And I think the team that owns it the most and owns it better and just embraces it is going to end up coming out the winner here. It could go either way. We know Eagan can score as many goals as they want at any time, and we got a quarter left after this minute, so either team could take this, and it's been a good game so far.
Yeah, and they don't want Egan's not the type of team that wants to be sitting and playing a lot of long possessions on defense. They want to get up and run, so it's Prior Lake just really taking their time here, which is a smart decision. Probably what they talked about in the timeout.
And they're not straight face guarding here. This could be a little matchup change. Ben Jung, he's had a big night. They're starting a little, maybe guard him a little more than they were earlier this game. And that was a great
good
take.
Backup.
I can't see the number on that. Can you?
That was I don't. I thought it was Luke Blado, but I don't.
It was not Luke Blado.
I think it was a 20. Might have been Jewel.
You might be right on that Jewel guess. It was Jewel. Jewel had that last take. A little last look from a long pull. Jewel with the last take there.
And a shot and no goal, and not giving Egan an opportunity is not the worst thing. Obviously, you would love to score right at the end, but take your run with a couple seconds left, and then if you don't make it, then you just end the quarter. So smart possession there, last minute of the quarter.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think one adjustment it looks like we're seeing by Egan, maybe shutting number 9 Ben Jung, maybe trying to throw a face guard in. That'll be interesting to see how Prior Lake responds. What do you, as an offensive coach, do you like just going 5-on-5 and dragging that guy out, or do you like kind of messing around with it?
It depends on the guy. I don't see I haven't seen a ton of lockouts on my end offensively, but what a lot of teams will do is the guy that's getting locked off, put him in a 2-man game situation where his guy would be the slide. So then a defense would have to decide if they want to slide and leave that lock off or stay on that lock off, and now you're not helping, or you're sliding from somewhere else, which may not be the most natural spot to slide. So
would you try to go little or big little, or do you not really care?
I think it's whatever dodging matchup you like, and then just putting that guy who's getting face guarded underneath, kind of in a mirror situation.
Okay.
To hope that if I beat my guy and you're locking somebody off, that you have to make a decision. I mean, that's offensively what you want to always be doing, is making the defense have to make decisions. And if they don't have to make decisions and they can just stay where they want to be, you're not going to get the looks. So more maybe a simpler strategy or more conventional strategy is you just take, if they're going to lock somebody off, you just move him to the corner and play 5-on-5.
Okay.
A little more space for the offense to do that. So there's the advantage there. But, that's probably more the high school setup. In college, higher level, you might see them try to put him in a position to slide. But Ben's a quick kid, and he can certainly break a face guard just by moving his feet. So I don't think it's going to affect too much.
First face off the game, an absolute slugfest. Balls bouncing around everywhere, and Prior Lake pushing the net quickly in transition. But the ball was bouncing around. I think we had a big kick goose across the midline. So we saw a little bit of everything on that battle, and Prior Lake got a nice look, and now Egan's on the clear. And we'll keep we'll keep watching that Ben Jung. Maybe if there's a face guard or what, we'll keep. I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. That'll be an interesting matchup change. I like watching different defenses and seeing what works and what doesn't, and so I'm definitely gonna keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, if you're Prior Lake here, you want to really make sure that any shot you take or any look that you're gonna maybe feed that you're gonna make is just really high percentage, because if you have the ball on offense, the other team can't score, and you have the lead, you have time on your side.
No shot clock.
And there's no shot clock, so until the refs call a stalling warning and force you to go to the goal, wow. I'm surprised
gritty.
There's no call there.
There's a holding.
Okay, they did
but no
call
flag.
Loose
No
ball.
flag.
Yeah, the loose ball hold. Egan's gonna put the foot on the gas pedal here. I mean, they're not gonna go away. So just playing offense and staying spread out, and like you said, no shot clock. Just enjoy it, and force them to play out would probably be the best strategy. But we'll see what they want to do.
They can call the stall warning, and that would force us to stay in the box. But with the no shot clock at the high school level, we can really eat clock with this lead. We can love the ball, and like Ted, you were saying, wait for that really look. Wait for the look that we really like and really love, and not force one that we like. Maybe
exactly.
that one.
Yeah, and you don't want to take your foot off the gas pedal with Egan, because they can score quickly.
Yes.
Now the wind has picked up. It looks like a hurricane outside.
We can hear it now, and we can almost feel it against this window.
This, I would not want to be coaching tonight.
No, coaching in this weather would be miserable.
But if you're the Prior Lake coaching staff, you got to love that. Another another goal, extend the lead. I mean, if you're going to be out here, you might as well be winning.
Yep. Well, let's rack up the points. Let's pad the stats.
Yeah.
Let's feel good about it, and let's try to let's win this game. And that was a great backdoor look. And I think was that Whittier again?
I couldn't see, to be honest.
I can barely see either. I think that was Whittier, and I think that was his third goal of the game. But at this point, it's all a guess because I can barely see it right outside this window.
And one thing's for sure, you know that Egan's is gonna push here, and they are gonna play hard lacrosse now for the rest of the game. They're not gonna go away, so you want to stay engaged. It's easy to maybe go 4 goals. It's raining out. We're just going to kind of mail it in. But you're going to get Egan's best here for the last 9 minutes.
Yeah, for a 4-goal game in lacrosse in general, but especially against Egan, that's nothing. That momentum can flip, switch, and blow up right in your face in a matter of no time.
Yeah. So we'll see. It's the wind's picking up. The temperatures have dropped. It's not quite the Denver-Colorado State Championship game. That was played in a blizzard yesterday. Maybe try to look that up online. Pretty crazy game.
Yeah, you showed me that, and that looked gnarly.
Yeah, I mean, there was like a couple inches of snow on the ground in late May, so that was pretty crazy. But this is probably a close consolation for about as sloppy of a game as we can have.
Hey, a conference title is on the line here, and guys are getting pushed around, and we get a push call, and Prior Lake's back on the clear.
Yeah, it's getting pretty physical out there too, and guys are sliding around, and like you said, the refs are letting them play. They might want to get in their car as soon as they can, so they're not calling a lot of stuff, which is fine. There hasn't been anything flagrant, but a quick shot and a save. Again, maybe not the most ideal look, but I mean, it was an open shot, so he took it, but nice save by the Egan goalie, and push on Prior Lake.
And I think that's another look that we probably like, but we don't love.
Yeah.
Earlier in the game, I'm probably more okay with taking it.
Just dropped the ball.
Oh wow! Guys are slipping and sliding.
That was a good hustle play. Literally, ball just fell out of the stick. And he had a wide open look at the goal, and the deep hole dove and made a trail check. Like we said, we're going to get Egan's best here for the last part of the game, and that was, now the pressure's dialed up, but good escape there by Prior Lake.
Egan's selling out on this ride. We're running out of time, and we may or may not have made it over in the midline.
I honestly think the ball is tough to see. The rain's coming down in sheets with the lights. And it's like looking at a mirror of just like a light shining in your eye.
It can't be easy.
Great save by Colin Nowards. And he just got rolled up on there. It looks like he's okay. Wide open look on the crease and a great save by Colin Nowards.
I think he's had a great game.
Yeah, that was a big save.
I don't know how many saves he's had, but he's had he's had at least a handful or two.
Clear.
And here's another clear to add to his resume tonight. A bunch of really nice clears, and
if you're Prior Lake here, you want to take 2-3 minutes off the clock, and not get into this transition game, because it's not a recipe that you want to be playing with against Egan, as we said. And Nards, I mean, not all saves are created equal.
No.
And that was a big moment to keep it a 4-goal game late. He's had a good game all around, but that was a really clutch save.
I think he's had a few of those saves. I don't know. No knock on him. He's got all the skill in the world. I just don't know how many big more saves he's got in him. He's going to run out.
You can't count on your goalie and leave him. You can't hope that they're going to make the miraculous saves. Colin's good for 1 to 2 a game, which is amazing. But let's put him in a position, our defense in a position to play and to succeed. So. And another look there. Still seem to be pushing the cage. So
Prior Lake's not slowing down, and I can't knock them for it. Like, let's go. But
they're starting to run that 2-man game that we talked about behind the goal.
But again,
it's just absolute.
You should see these umbrellas outside right now. The umbrellas are doing nothing tonight. I don't know why you even are holding one tonight, because the umbrella game, I don't. You might as well put up a tent. it's tough.
Yeah. I
so
shot my best golf round in weather like this. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Is
Was
that?
I thought that went in. That he caught it and did kind of an underhand shovel shot, but again, another save by Colin. Maybe didn't look all that great, but that was a quick, kind of unexpected shot, and he got there. May have hit somebody in front. Again, I can't quite see. Good stick there.
Nice nugget.
Yep.
And Prior Lake really needs to slow this clear down, get organized. But Eagan really selling out on the ride as they have the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, as you can see, the ball's just sailing a little bit out of the sticks. I mean, that's due to the rain and the mesh getting. Oh,
what's going on?
I thought he got a piece of that one.
Oh.
But Eagan now with numbers again.
And they're pushing transition.
Yep,
Nauertz, wow.
Another big save.
Nauertz is dialed in right now.
Yeah. And there's a flag. Now they're finally calling it. Yeah, I think that was one they finally just had to call. It was a blatant push from behind. Kind of it probably was an unnecessary play. I mean, it was kind of deep in the corner on a clear, but
we've seen the tensions rise.
Yeah, the tension certainly has risen in this game, and things have gotten a little more physical. I think they just finally saw enough.
Maybe nip it in the butt a little bit with this 30-second penalty.
It's a 30-second penalty. Prior Lake will be man up. With these 30-second penalties, you don't have to generate a shot. I mean, if you don't love it, then just play your offense. Again, given the situation, 30 seconds is enough to maybe get one good look. But I don't have to force anything here.
And being up by 4, low time, we work through this penalty. That gets us to 4 minutes, and then we could kill another minute or two after that.
Yeah.
And at least, hopefully. So, if I agree with you. If we don't love a look, I would not worry about it and continue to milk the clock down to 2 minutes before we have to keep it in.
That looks like what they're doing here. They're just kind of getting it around, maybe run a little wheel play here. Eagan was ready for it. They can't come out of the box. Need some communication there, letting him know that guy's coming out of the box.
And we got the ground ball. Now we tried to force that. We had the opportunity to pull it out and really save that possession, but the boys wanted to make a play.
Now Eagan clears, settles up. We'll probably see them push pretty quickly here, just because they got to play catch up, and maybe take some chances.
As they should.
Yep.
They might have a sub-game look here if they push it, if they want it. They got a step. Looks like they're not going to force that out of the box.
And a turnover, and now Prior Lake clears. One man to beat, and should be an easy clear.
And it looks like that was Patrick Jewell. He's quick.
Yep. And again, there's no need to go to the rack before the subs get out. Just be organized and enjoy this last 3 minutes.
Yeah, I would work the sub game. We got 3 minutes left. So really, I would kill this next minute, get down to 2 minutes, and we have to keep it in. So I really would not force it for the next minute here, and really just enjoy the ball, and then we can work our offense.
And we'll see how quickly the refs will throw a stall warning on. Just given the situation late in the game, it'll be pretty obvious if Prior Lake's not going to the goal, but they're
going to the goal.
They went to the goal. They don't care. But that was an example of a great look. Drew a slide, and then there was someone wide open down low for a quick catch and finish. So that's the type of shot that you want to take
and
late in the game.
Oh, absolutely. I think that was 26. I think that was Luke Blado, but I'm not 100% sure.
It looked like him down there.
A lanky
face and finish.
A lanky lefty.
Yeah.
But again, tough to see from here. Tough to see with this wind and rain. But a great play. I think Jacobson had the assist.
Yep.
I haven't said his name much tonight, but a junior who has made plays on and off throughout the year and has played some D, played some O, and good on him making the play late in the game and helping seal the deal tonight.
Nice face-off win here.
Joey,
and threw the
but
ball.
just couldn't connect.
Yeah. Again, it just seems to be just routine plays are tough to come by. It's really sloppy, but sticks are probably at this point completely messed up. So you're basically throwing with a stick you've never used before at this point. Deep pass, nice play by the goalie, and it was a 50-yard pass right in stride.
Getting a ton of pressure though in the corner.
Yeah. Trying to get to the goal underneath. They are going to call that.
Probably a hold.
Yeah, I think, if you're going to call the other one in the corner, then you got to call that. He had his stick up around him, impeding space. So Eagan will go man up, probably for 30.
He was kind of dragging him, trying to pull him back. He kind of lost his positioning. So
as the D coach, you probably didn't think there was anything wrong with that.
As a Prior Lake D guy, yeah, probably no. But I can see he lost his footwork.
Yeah.
He lost his positioning. So calling the hold there, I'm
call
not.
A good penalty. It's better than letting them just run right to the goal and score. So
absolutely.
Force them to make a play here on man up. Where we've seen just passing and catching seems to be a struggle for both teams. So
yeah, it's throwing that skip.
A lot of big slashes.
A lot of lumber.
Here. Yeah. Both teams just want to get through this game being healthy too. So I know it's a big game, but you don't want to.
There's bigger games ahead for both.
Yeah, I would say so.
But throwing that skip pass, it was a good look. And again, in 75 and Sunny, they probably connect and get a good look out of that. But we've seen both teams, getting that skip pass, even on man up, it's been tough to make.
And there's a long pole taking a shot.
Buries it.
Yep. Yeah. Looks like the long pole. And now someone is down on the field.
For.
I think. Oh, never mind. I thought I saw someone. Maybe someone's just taking a knee.
Yeah, I
or
think
just getting up. It looks like everybody's good.
Looks like everybody's good.
Number 6 for Eagan. It looked like long stick midfielder just carried in, took a shot. It looked like it hit Colin, and then just bounced into the net. So 46 seconds left. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but
it's tough.
It's going to be tough. Hopefully Prior Lake does themselves a favor, win the face-off, and just have the ball at the end of the game here.
They're not going to give up easily, though.
Nope. Oh, I got to go scoop with 2 hands there. Super sloppy out there, and guys are having a hard time picking up the ball. I think it's literally buried in water.
Yeah, it looks like there's some mini ponds out there. Land of 10,000 lakes, and there's about 100 of them on this field.
Yeah, it's standing water all the way around. Looks like maybe a timeout by Eagan.
25 seconds left in the game. No regular season games left, I believe, for either team, but for sure none left for Prior Lake. If we're looking at the Section 6, Prior Lake, Edina, Rosemount are some of the top names.
Yeah.
Any indication on maybe where the seedings are going to go?
Yeah, I mean, I would say Prior Lake's going to get the 1. I think Edina was maybe the other team in contention, but with Prior Lake winning tonight, that with their strength of schedule, it should put them in a good spot.
Yeah.
I think Edina beat Eden Prairie last week.
They
so
did.
That was a nice win for them. So certainly a team that I think those 2 teams are probably the top 2, and then Eagan in Section 3.
Where are they going to land? I don't know that section
They'll probably
as well.
be the 2 seed, I would think. East Ridge, they lost to East Ridge early in the year. They'll probably be the 1.
Okay.
Eagan will be the 2. St. Thomas Academy will be the 3. So that's kind of all of a sudden a nice competitive section over there too. So
Yeah.
both
Ridge
these
is
teams are going to have a tough run to state, but
Definitely.
that's the way it goes.
Eastridge is kind of from our area, from our town and where we're from. I think Eastridge is kind of under the radar.
Yeah.
Kind of team. Have had some really good goalies. Bixby, a kid who graduated last year, just finished up his freshman year at Detroit.
Yep.
Had a very good career for Eastridge. I think they got another goalie going somewhere who maybe just was a senior.
Yep.
So
Time expires. Prior Lake wins 11-7. Memorable game. These guys will remember this one in the monsoon, but you got to take care of business no matter what the weather throws at you, and they played a pretty good game and took advantage of their opportunities. So.
yeah, again, I think they did what they had to do. They're really running. I think their offense is starting to really click.
Yeah.
We're getting work from our middies. We're getting looks from our attack. So I think they really are locking that in. And I think another great night. I know it's sloppy, but another great night from the D-Poles, and a heck of a night from, as far as I'm concerned, from Colin Nauertz in net.
Yep. He was the X factor.
So I just want to thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
This
It's
is
fun.
This is our last Lakers stream of the season. We won't be able to stream over playoffs. It's been a pleasure doing these over the regular season. Hopefully it continues on next year and in the future. So thank you for having me throughout the season. Prep Sports Spotlight, I believe, will start picking up the playoff and state games. So Laker Nation, good luck the rest of the way. I'll be definitely on the bandwagon as we hopefully win our section and look to repeat in state. So thank you very much, and have a good rest of your night, and we'll see where we land in the section seedings. Thank you.